Well, it seems like every game we play is from one of two people, one of them being pacnsacdave, the other one being King Mike's Translations. So today, it's by pacnsacdave. He specializes in Chinese games, and evidently he found another Chinese game to translate, and that's what we're taking a look at today. Nuo Cao. Well, alright, let's show you the thing. Nuo Cao de Fu Su. I don't know what that means, but I do know they're trying to say Pinocchio in Chinese. Let's give it a go. Alright, hello and welcome back to Ashgabat Cats, and let's play that. Today we're taking a look at the Recovery of Pinocchio, translated from the Chinese. And this game wastes no time getting right into it. Okay, that was an interesting order for which to tell us. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is made by the same people. What? Upright people have angels guarding them, but evil people are their own guardians. What does that mean? Why does that sound so ominous? Do upright people not guard themselves? There is a lot to my son. Okay. Already we are off to a very surreal start. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure that this is made by the same people who made Tunnel War, but who am I kidding? It's the same engine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's made by the same people. But they didn't even have the cute little alien in the beginning. So that's kind of sucky. That being said, the dialogue is a heck of a lot better, and perhaps more unsettling. Honestly, that's the most normal dialogue I've come across so far. Okay, so usually you can't enter houses, but this one has a sign. Oh, strange. Everything's on a tile system? You can't move in half tiles. Huh, I never noticed that. Was that the same thing in Tunnel War? I'm not 100% sure it was. Oh, that is some weird perspective. What the heck? That should not be happening. So basically it's tiled like it's just a wall or something, but it's supposed to be a roof. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be laughing too much. I thought for a second that he was going to say like a maiden's hair or something, or like a maiden's ring finger or something. Completely unsettling. He only said 3 things mildly unsettling. Okay. If you could direct me to my father, / where the plot goes. I also like how nobody talks to you directly. They all kind of like walk past you like we're all spies in some sort of spy movie. Well, I think I found my father. They're all spies in some sort of spy movie, and they all kind of walk past like, "Psst, Pinocchio! Good people have angels, but bad people are their own angels. Do you want to be an angel, Pinocchio?" And it's like, what the hell? What the hell? I enjoy a cigarette after a meal. Okay. Sorry, Geppetto, that I could ever have mistaken you for him. Also, where am I supposed to go? Oh, this is new. Hint, there's a fairy island east of here. I hear a very beautiful fairy lives here. Keep it on the down low, Pinocchio. Wow, that actually is a pretty good slogan. It's like everyone should say something to Pinocchio and then be like, "Keep it on the down low, Pinocchio." That's actually, keep it on the down low, Pinocchio. I feel like there's some promise to that. Look at Pinocchio. He's just smiling his biggest smile. His biggest, goofiest smile. Like in Tunnel War, it's like they were about to be invaded by the Japanese. Like everything was a little, how shall we say, terse. But Pinocchio, no, man, only good things are in store for Pinocchio, right? That graveyard guy was a total aberration. There can't possibly be any sort of darker undertones to this, or even the Pinocchio story at large, right? It totally wasn't about kidnapping real boys and whatever. Don't tell me my dad is the priest. Okay. I'm beginning to suspect my dad is in one of these buildings. But not a building that I know. Seems legit? What? So I think I activated the text message by talking to the door. But I also... Oh, okay. I was gonna say... She lives in a North Sea town. Keep it on the down low, Pinocchio! But no, it turns out it was actually a exposition. Is this Geppetto? Well, he had a guardian angel, so I guess that means he's good, right? Oh no. Not only did he not have an angel, he had to be saved by an angel's guardian. So like an angel's angel, basically. What's the matter? You think your years of medical training make you too good to talk to me? I'm Pinocchio, gosh darn it, that's my dad. If not, then this is the weirdest coincidence. No. Pinocchio, I am afflicted with that which is most dire, old age. Also, I feel scratchy. Okay, seems legit. No, Pinocchio's probably illiterate anyway. What about in my country? Am I from the same country you're from? Okay. So unlike the Tunnel War, we can leave the relative safety to go exploring. Is that a loading screen? What could have possibly been loading? Why was there a loading screen? Oh, did I take damage from the frog? I guess I did. Is there any sort of... Okay. What? So, what? Do I equip things to my arms, or what? Okay. Arms. I'm using those. Fair enough. So let's pick up, and that's put out. Sure. Oh, okay. Is there any sort of ammo? Ooh, hit points, not good. And, alright. So, avast ye, froggy. Hardly knew ye. Okay, I'm getting to know you pretty well, frog, and... Oh, there we go. What the heck? Okay. Ooh, I got 6 experience points. And also... a ninja star? What? Do you have to pick up the experience from them? Also, is that supposed to be like a gingerbread man or something? Because I'm pretty sure that was a different fairy tale. Okay. Do I get experience direct? Oh, 7 experience. Not a bad haul. I'm not entirely sure why, but obviously I should power level Pinocchio. I mean, life is all about grinding up, right? Defeat all enemies there to proceed. Well, on the bright side, at least it's fairly directed. Oh, that's a bear. Oh no, I can barely believe my luck. Is it me or does it look like he has an angry face on his chest? Why can't I fight more frogs? They were great. Frogs barely put up a fight. Oh, okay. Nice. Just sticks. Oh, what? Oh! Okay. So apparently I've upgraded to ninja stars, which are almost the exact same as what I used before. Okay, maybe if I press start, A button? Oh, I have to press use to use them. Of course. Of course. On one hand, this is the least intuitive system I've ever seen. On the other hand, I gotta play as Pinocchio and throw ninja stars at people. So, I mean, you tell me which... Oh, you just straight up throw wood. Oh my god, this game is... Honestly, this game is actually pretty cool. Like, I don't know who came up with this idea. They're like, okay, let's do Pinocchio, and the teacher's like, Pinocchio's been done to death, kid. Actually, they would never say that because that's not true. But then they'd be like, okay, kid, what are you gonna do with it? And they're like, I'm gonna make it like it's an RPG. I'm gonna make it like it's a dungeon crawler. And the teacher's like, that is the single craziest thing I've ever heard, and I've been teaching for 30 years. I haven't been teaching programming for 30 years, but I've been teaching for 30 years, and that's the craziest thing I've ever heard, kid. You're on. And then they let the kid do it, and they're like, well, I'll be darned. Maybe you'll make something of yourself today, kid. Not the other kids, though. Oh my gosh. This gets better and better. He's got a scythe now? What was the whole deal? Pinocchio was like trying to be a real boy, but then they threatened to behead him or something? It's like, well, now the tables have turned. More literally than figuratively. Pinocchio is now going to behead you. Alright, can I finally advance? Oh, alright. Where are we headed? Okay. Well, gotta load it up first, I guess. I mean, it's not like other Nintendo games didn't have loading screens. It's maybe not such a weird thing. It's just like, why does it have to be so blatant with it? Oh my gosh. My sharp-bladed object cannot reach. Actually, what level am I? Barely halfway there. Wow, this is more grinding than Dungeon Dragons Warrior. At least in there, you put in 20 minutes of grinding, you'll at least be halfway. Here, we're only most of halfway. Truly, the puppet is mightier than the bear. Except not, because the bear is just completely beating. Oh! Alright. What do bombs do? Increase my AP by 1, that's all I need to know. All weapons are exactly the same. That's not 100% true. Different weapons have different ranges. So is the bunny an NPC or an enemy? I vote enemy. Nice, double bombs. That means nothing, but... do I have to... Maybe you have to... Huh? Is that not a treasure chest? You hold A? Maybe you hold B? Maybe you hold start? Maybe you hold select? Nope. This one? I mean, it's got a piece, it's got a treasure chest. It's like, if this is not meant for this, then I don't know what it's meant for. Enticing, yet seemingly unattainable. Well, maybe, if I'm lucky, I'll kill all the enemies and then it'll become accessible. I hold no such hopes, but... Is that a golden suit of armor? Well, on one hand, I can't really say I'm scared because it's gonna act like all the other enemies so far. But, is that a golden Buddha statue? Who are you? Are you hurt? I'm the king of the Crusaders. I don't think this is canon. Sure, pal. I'll go as Pinocchio and find the holy sword of the Crusaders. Whoever made this game was, like, absolutely crazy. Like, this is, like, teenager level, like, nonsense. They're like, okay, let's make a crazy game like this. And it's like, you know what? I'm loving every minute of it. This is completely crazy, and it's like, yeah, sometimes it's good to cut loose every now and then. Games nowadays are just too sensible with their based on real life and characters that vaguely resemble humans. We should go back to a simpler time in games when characters were abstract geometric shapes and gameplay concepts were, oh no. Are there any recovery items for Pinocchio? No. So I should play it a little safer. which is to say I should cheese a little harder. Is it me or does that look like the cheat if he was a cat? That's a terrible comparison. Wow, this guy is taking forever to kill, but you know what that means? He's gonna leave me a total BA weapon. Or just nothing. Well, at least he left me with a lot of XP, right? Actually, I haven't been keeping track of how much. I don't know how much it is. Maybe I should negotiate with the knight. Maybe I could pick up the Sword of the Crusades. Of course, that seems incompatible with Pinocchio's attack style, where he just throws stuff at everything, but you never know. Maybe the Sword of the Crusades, I mean, it's imbued with holy magic. Maybe it can just return to you. That could be like its special power. Never mind that it possibly has the power to purify things, probably. Kill demons, you know, the like. Oh. Oh, I'm level 2. And I get another AP. Nothing else changes. Okay. I got the message. Don't worry. Oh, yeah. Comedy of errors. Alright, more bombs. That does nothing for me, but maybe I can advance. Oh, well, at first I was going to say it can't be that easy, but who knows? Maybe it can. Of course, it's the Chinese zombies. I don't think they quite realize that in Hans Christian Andersen's world, zombies are... Actually, I don't think there were zombies back in the day. I thought the zombies were like sort of a myth borrowed, shall we say, from the Caribbean and those sort of beliefs. Oh! Alright, what a nice zombie. Oh, baby. We just like doubled our attack power. That's either a really good thing or a really bad thing. I mean, obviously increasing our attack power is a good thing, but usually you only get generous gifts like that when there is danger at the next corner. But hey, Pinocchio is a dangerous fellow who has to defeat all enemies in this area to proceed. Fine. I'm on it. I mean, on one hand, it's getting a little boring. On the other hand, like, we found, like, a Knight Crusader just hanging around, like the Knight Templar. Just like Tunnel War, it's like you cannot enter buildings. You can barely enter the tunnel in Tunnel War. Why would I expect anything better in this game? But I mean, you just know this game is gonna go completely bat crap, like, at the next opportunity. Like, it's just waiting, it's kind of biding its time. It's like, hey, you think I'm a normal game again? Think again. That being said, despite all of its external quirks, it does go down pretty smoothly. Oh, this is gonna be good. Although I bet it starts out with a boss battle. Nope, that's the town music. Okay. You're not letting me in, are you? There apparently is nobody here. Oh, no. Good old priest. You'll live anywhere. God bless you. I walked through five forests just to hear you say that to me. Worth every second of my time. What is it loading? Is it like reading it to RAM or something? Is it decrypting things? It's kind of strange because, like, how did they end up making Nintendo games? Because, like, the Nintendo I thought was semi-banned in China. That's why they all made computer games instead. So I'm assuming their only, like, inspiration for everything was computer games. So why are they programming on Nintendos? And, like, the UI, I mean, it's clearly, well, I wouldn't say cribbed, but it's certainly standard, I kill bears in one hit. Pinocchio, you have ascended to the level of, not godhood, but at least greater martyrdom. But anyway, like, why, I mean, it's pretty clear that they got all of their video gaming experience from playing on computers, so why are they programming on the Nintendos? Was trying to, like, hey kids, the Nintendo's gonna be a hot new thing in about 3 years, so you should all learn how to program for it. And then they did, and then they released none of their games for commercial consumption. I assume. I actually have no idea where this is. I pretty much just go on romhacking.net and it's like, oh, this has been translated, let's play it. But it's like I have no greater context for this. Where did the guy find it? What did he do with it? I actually just found a treasure trove of all of them, which makes me wonder, how did I find them individually before? So many questions, not enough answers. Also, what will pacnsacdave translate next? Only the world knows. Only pacnsacdave knows. Alright, come back here, you little sacrificial newt. I hope he's an enemy. I mean, I just assumed because I can throw bombs at him that he is an enemy. That's nice. What? I'm pressing select. Okay, so I am level 3. So I got up real close to the top of the screen, and then I pressed select. And it says defeat all enemies in this area to proceed. So I think what's happening is somehow the way the the main menu works is somehow tied into the dialogue boxes. Oh, enemies obviously do not store hits. This is... I don't like the sound of this, but I think I can win without dying. Okay, good. How close are you to dying, Pinocchio? On one hand, not a lot, but things can turn pretty quickly. It's kind of interesting to see, like, a poorly programmed game, and then kind of realize, like, what kind of constraints those were not there before, and figure out what kind of constraints that the programmers were under when they made these games in the first place. And it kind of makes you appreciate, like, the original programmers, because it's like, man, if an inept monkey, well, okay, it seems unfair to call a college student an inept monkey. And yet if we search our hearts, all of us know that in college we all were semi-inept, monkey-like creatures. And so if this is what a monkey can make, then it kind of puts in perspective like what the skilled people do, and how like even the simplest of Nintendo games could have been like great triumphs in engineering and programming. Okay, what is this? Still don't have anything to adorn my fists. Oh, I see, I got some bread, just in case I need it. Okay, I would assume the coast is clear, but... Oh, if everything respawns, I swear. Okay. Do I start from the top or from the ends? Oh, jeez. I mean, I know the frog probably does no damage to me whatsoever, but still. Oh, come on. What is that? It looks like a little folded house. Apparently it is an edible of some kind, possibly a cake. I don't trust it, but... Alright, I've been doing my best to avoid fast forwarding, mostly for my sake, but looks like I'll have to fast forward. I am level 4 though, so that's kinda neat. Oh, my AP did go up, just in case you were wondering. So even though the enemy was dying, I still got hurt. Fantastic. Remember when I said those dragons weren't there? It looks like the dragons were there, and they were there the whole time. Well, I gotta give this game some degree of props. When you kill an enemy, only if you're in that stage, but when you kill an enemy, they do stay dead. That is a trick that not necessarily every Nintendo programmer was able to do. Now, of course, here, it kind of makes very much sense in context that the enemies would disappear because the entire point is that you have to kill them all. But still, I mean, it's nice to see those T's crossed, even if, I mean, crossing T's is something a child could do. That's not to say programming a Nintendo game is something a child could do. Ooh, do we finally have something for our fists? Nope, yet another consumable. Strange, mysterious pots. Possibly used to summon genies. Come on, come on. Alright, well, I took that hit. I'm still at 43. Well, that's... I mean, things were possibly touch and go in the beginning, but no. Pinocchio's become quite pleasingly strong. he's also quite pleasingly patient. My gosh, these enemies, they just take forever to kill. Alright, so I've learned if I go down, then I'll undo all of my hard-earned progress. So let's not get down, let's get up. Raise the roof. I think there's another dragon here or something. Well, there has to be, because we can't proceed. Oh, darn. But now we can use your weakness against you. You can't maneuver around cliffs. Not like I can. How dead am I? I'm still half good, at least. Okay, a stick. Just what I wanted. Okay. So now what? Oh, you're telling me, well, one, that I have to remember where I am on the island, but two, I have to walk all the frigging way back to town? I mean, the game was fun, but it's not that fun. Well, that was Pinocchio. I gotta say, that was a very interesting take on the myth of Pinocchio. I've never seen the myth of Pinocchio approached in such an interesting way, shall we say. Such an off-kilter way. As though the author had no real experience with the source material, and instead decided to put it in the context of the one thing they know best: video games. Honestly, who can blame them? Aren't video games so grand that you feel the temptation to make everything into a video game? I mean, if there's a way to make your tax returns into a video game, heck, I'd probably play it. Maybe not up to the sequel, and maybe not for money, but I'd play the game, you know, just to give it a go. So if you've got any tax return games, feel free to send them my way. Of course, obviously I'm expecting a full-featured level-up system, strange items that you can collect that increase some AP, which of course in this context means accountant power, and then you can also have LP, which is your lawyer points. You use those to cast special spells like litigation and don't make me be sued. You know, we found the skeleton for a very promising game. I think I kind of understand how the Recovery of Pinocchio was made. I'm pretty sure they were just kind of sitting around in a college dorm and they're just like, we should make a game about Pinocchio. And they're like, dude, you're so crazy. Why would we make a game about Pinocchio? I was like, it's been my lifelong dream to make a RPG. And then the other guy's like, let's make a game where you walk around and talk to people. And then all three of them were like, hey, wait, we can combine our talents to make one game. And then they did. They made Tunnel War. It was okay. Then they made The Recovery of Pinocchio. I guess it's better. But I will say Tunnel War had like a bit of poignance that the source material kind of lent it. Even though this is essentially the same game as Pinocchio. I can't tell if Tunnel War was better or worse because there was no level up mechanic. Honestly, I think that would have been pretty cool. You're going around killing the Japanese, it's like, oh man, leveling up, fighting, righting wrongs, one continent at a time. That could have been more fun, actually. But then you play Pinocchio and it's like, I mean, Pinocchio is like a fairy tale that like mothers tell their children so they settle down. Like, there's nothing poignant about this. Now, the fact that we met a Knight Templar midway through, that was definitely something. But it doesn't really kind of change that it's like this was just kind of a meaningless mythical journey. That being said, if you're looking for a weird game to pick up that no one in the world has heard of, no one except me and pacnsacdave, give The Recovery of Pinocchio a shot. It's secretly kind of cool. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why it exists. I don't know how it exists. I'm not even sure why pacnsacdave translated it. I'm pretty sure morbid curiosity, and then I'm pretty sure he was playing it, and he's like, holy crap, there's a Knight Templar? I want to know what's going on with this. And you know what? I also would like to know what's going on with this. So I approve of your efforts. But I don't understand them. I don't understand any of this. maybe I should go puzzle it out. So on that note, this cat's got a scat.